Senior Leader, and welcome to the Talent Sherpa Podcast. This is where senior leaders come to rethink how human capital really works. I'm your host, Jackson Lynch, and today we're diving into what separates exceptional CHROs from their more average counterparts. Now, let's be real for a second. If your CHRO can confidently name your top performers, if they can clearly articulate the impact that they have on the business outcomes, and if they actually use talent data to make smarter, faster decisions, then you are already ahead of most organizations. And if you're listening to this as a CHRO and thinking, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could do that, maybe, then stick around, because today we're covering 6 talent practices that exceptional CHROs have nailed down cold. So let's dive right in, shall we? Here's the first practice. Exceptional CHROs clearly identify and maximize their top performers. Now, we're not talking about those employees of the month certificates or vague senses of who usually speaks up in meetings. Those are the loudest employees. Exceptional CHROs know exactly who their top 10% of performers are. These are the game changers. These are the folks whose absence would be felt immediately, probably resulting in fewer profits, missed deadlines, and let's be honest, sadder holiday parties. They might be culture carriers. But knowing who these people are is just step one. Outstanding CHROs actively engage and retain these high performers, strategically placing them in roles that not only capitalize on their strengths, but also keep them highly motivated. They understand that generic retention strategies and pizza parties, or worse, mandatory fun activities won't cut it. They use precise, personalized interventions. This is talent management as a business strategy, not just ticking off an HR box. Second, they provide clear insight and solutions for underperformers. Now, here's the thing. Most CHROs dread addressing underperformance, and frankly, who doesn't? But exceptional CHROs understand the tough truth. Tolerating poor performers doesn't just hurt productivity, it erodes trust and the morale of your top talent. Have you ever watched your best employee quietly seethe because management ignored an obvious performance issue? It's like keeping expired milk in your fridge. You might think you're avoiding conflict, but eventually it is going to smell. Exceptional CHROs tackle these tough conversations early. They come prepared with specific data-driven feedback and, most importantly, actionable solutions. If someone's not a fit, they help them find a role where they can succeed, even if that means finding them a new home outside the organization. Courageous conversations, tough decisions, but always respectful, because clarity around performance is what high achievers actually crave. Practice number 3, they precisely measure and enhance talent density. So if you are new to the podcast, talent density might sound like some sort of trendy HR buzzword. It's not. Talent density simply means having the right amount of highly capable people exactly where you need them to win. So think about it like salt. Outstanding CHROs know how to season the organization. Okay, that might be a bad analogy, but they constantly evaluate the concentration of talent, and then they reallocate or upgrade as necessary. They don't just report numbers, they translate talent density into business language. It's not HR talk, it's CEO and CFO talk. Exceptional CHROs say things like, our talent density in the sales division drove a 15% increase in revenue last quarter. Or, our people are feeling pretty engaged these days. There's a huge difference between those two. Number 4, great CHROs courageously challenge talent decisions with executive peers. You know those meetings where a decision is made and everyone is silently nodding, but inside you're thinking, did we just decide to keep Steve? Steve? Exceptional CHROs are the ones that speak up, respectfully, but directly. They bring up the hard data, the clear rationale, and the unwavering courage to push back when weaker talent is being promoted. They aren't afraid to gently remind executive peers that talent decisions are not popularity contests, and they're certainly not a recognition of tenure. They're strategic moves with direct business impact. And nobody wants to say the emperor has no clothes, but great CHROs, they will quietly hand him a robe. Practice number 5, exceptional CHROs translate talent impact into clear business outcomes. So here's the truth. Most executives, even CFOs, they often view HR as an expense. Exceptional CHROs change that narrative by translating talent initiatives into measurable business outcomes. They're fluent in the language of finance, not just engagement scores. They don't say our training programs had great attendance. That's vanity metric. They say our new leadership training directly led to an 8% increase in sales productivity this quarter. That gets people's attention. That is speaking the CFO's language. And that is how HR moves from being a cost center to a strategic lever. And finally, number 6, great CHROs regularly provide thoughtful, strategic feedback to senior leaders. You might be thinking, wait, Jackson, doesn't everybody do that? No, they do not. Most CHROs give feedback reactively or when prompted. But outstanding CHROs, they proactively deliver those insights that push senior leaders to think differently. They're the trusted advisor who doesn't wait to be asked. They spot blind spots before they become disasters. And sometimes that feedback is uncomfortable. All right, senior leaders, let's land this plane. See, that's me subtly signaling that we're wrapping up, and you should pay attention. Here's the quick and dirty summary. If your CHRO can immediately name the top talent, proactively manages underperformance, strategically enhances talent density, courageously challenges peers on talent decisions, speaks the language of business outcomes fluently, and consistently provides insightful feedback, then you have yourself an exceptional CHRO, and your business outcomes are going to show it. But if not, it might be time for a candid conversation. Maybe you can even use some of these insights to coach your CHRO to level up. Either way, you win. And if you're the CHRO, this should be your call to start behaving differently. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Talent Sherpa podcast. This is where senior leaders come to rethink how human capital really works. A quick shout out to one of our favorite listeners. Hi, Steph. Thanks for being part of the Talent Sherpa community. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave us a review on any of your favorite platforms, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And hey, if you're a CHRO wondering where to start your AI journey, check out my friend Scott Morris's Propulsion AI at www.getpropulsion.ai. That's transforming how smart companies turn HR insights into powerful outcomes. And if you're an emerging or brand new CHRO ready to accelerate your impact, head on over to talentsherpa.substack.com or mytalentsherpa.com. We have designed resources specifically to help you navigate, elevate, and deliver results from day one. So until next time, keep leading the business, keep focusing on outcomes, and keep on climbing.